we are rolling.
Woohoo! So let me do the technical check for this episode. Since everything went wrong last time, let's see.
Not everything went wrong.
We have, the video. So the video says recording.
Yeah, so basically what we need to do is make sure that there's a little red
square.
Red frame.
Yeah.
Of every time. All the
I
time.
see that.
At all times.
We have 2 microphones.
Yeah.
We both have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
There are 2 laptops.
Yeah.
One with a script and one that says recording. And there is this little red box in front of me, of which I still don't know the purpose, but it's blinking and I like it. I feel like it's flirting with me.
Well, I've talked to the Focusrite, and it is very fond of you too.
So it is focusing on the right things.
Do you want me to set you up?
Yes, please. Okay, shall we start? Are you ready for another episode?
So ready!
Okay! Hello there, dear listeners. Aren't you happy to hear, or maybe this time also see us?
Yeah, we never know, but so far it's going well.
We do hope so, because we're about to record another episode for our podcast, Are We Better Friends Yet?
Yay.
And if I say we, then I mean my lovely co-host, Marcela Bovio.
Hola.
And myself, Dianne van Giesbergen. Try saying that fast 10 times. Well, for you, you're pretty okay with pronouncing my name, I guess.
Oh, I don't think I will be able, but...
Well, go ahead.
I'll take the chance.
Anyways, yeah. We are here today to talk about sisters. We are both the eldest child, and you, Marcela, have one sister with the prettiest name ever. Right?
Diana is a very beautiful name, yes.
Yes. That's it. That's what I thought. Anyway, and I have 2 sisters. We won't introduce them just yet. Let us first talk about what we've been up to since we last recorded a podcast episode. So, apart from us getting way too drunk in our recent ladies' night, for which we also invited Annemieke, our very good friend, which is, by the way, a blonde lady. So together, I think we make Charlie's Angels.
Oh my God, we do! Or the Powerpuff Girls.
Never figured that one out?
Listen, it's... No.
That's a no. Yeah. So apart from those festivities, how have you been doing?
Which were great. Yes. Well, the 2 days after, I had quite a headache. No, but I've been for some reason again extremely busy, extremely happy because a lot of things are going on. I told you the last time that we were planning a reunion show with my former band Stream of Passion. Yeah. And we were recording an EP. Well, we launched a campaign for that. And that was insane. We sold out the show in 5 hours. And that is including a whole hour in which the site couldn't be reached because it crashed.
So it's 4 hours.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but it was insane. And we launched a campaign to record a new EP. And we reached our goal in like 3 days. So
that's amazing.
Super nice.
You know what that means? Yeah. People were just waiting for you.
I know. And it had been like almost 6 years or more. Who's counting? Math.
I'm not.
Yeah, exactly. So it had been quite a long time. So it's very nice and very heartwarming to see that people are looking forward to it so much. So I'm so excited.
Aww.
And we added a second show. At this moment that we're recording this, there are still some tickets available if you're interested. And we are adding a stretch goal to our campaign. And if we reach it with your help, then we will make also a very nice live recording of the show. Yeah, it's so exciting. It's so nice.
Yeah. Wow. I must say that I expected it to go massively well, but the way you reached the goals already. Well, like multiple goals, like selling out the first show, being able to add a second show, and then also the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
but you've so earned it because you've worked your little butt off, I think.
Thank you. I did.
Yeah,
well, it's
I
not so
you
little,
did.
you know. There is some junk in
Still
this trunk.
some left. But that can only be seen in the second show. So
What?
if people want to check out how much butt there is left, you have to buy tickets for the second show because the first one's already sold out.
Come see my butt. Well, hopefully not so much focus on my butt, but the fact that we will be very happy to perform for y'all once again. So no, it's great. And I did, the thing is, Johan and I, Johan, the bass player of the band, and me, we're working on setting up this together, and we were so nervous because we thought like, no, but we're not gonna make it, like every time, because you never know what to expect, and every time these lovely people, surprise us with their kindness and their enthusiasm.
It's the
so
same
great
thing with my jury. It's the moment that just the moment before you go live, when you've put in all the work and then there's nothing left that you can do but wait for the whole thing to go live. Then you're like,
it's terrifying.
I hope the 5 people are interested.
Yeah,
and that would be okay. And then it just hits and like bam.
Yeah, but I think that just tells us that we are super lucky to have all these lovely people checking out what we do. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, great stuff. I'm super excited. It's still a lot of work, and we're gonna start doing the pre-production of the album of the EP this week.
Yeah,
this Friday. Yeah.
So pre-production, does that mean you also have a release date yet?
Yeah, we want to release it the day of the first show.
Oh, on the
September
day.
8th. Yeah. So there's a planning. Things are happening. Things have to happen. And now there's deadlines, which is great because then I have to make things happen no matter what.
Yeah.
But also it's a little bit stressful. But it's also very nice and exciting. So it's everything, everywhere, all at once. Which is a great movie, by the way.
I'm guessing you need a little something that I had, which was a week of vacation.
You did. You went on vacation.
Yeah, but just in the Netherlands. But I really had to because I only had been open a month when I said, okay, I'm going away for 1 week.
Yeah, I know.
But it's like you're open for a month, the web shop that I have with my jewelry. But you know as well as I do that the route towards the opening,
the road towards that grand opening, that's
more than a year in not only planning but also reaching the deadlines.
Yeah. So tell me about this jewelry side.
I think we've discussed this in length already.
PreciousMetalJewelry.com.
Oh my God. I'm also wearing it for the people who can...
This, dude, you sent me a picture of this this week and I was like, I've
also now decided how I want to name the necklace.
Yeah?
Yes. You know that every jewelry creation is a song, right?
Yeah.
So, and you can also... Well, thanks to you, my IT wizard, you can actually listen to that very song on the product page, as well as the band who donated the guitar strings or cymbals.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you will be listening to Queen if you want to buy this necklace, because I've decided to call it Killer Queen.
Ooh, I love it.
Because every time I wear it, I feel like sort of a queen, because everyone keeps staring at it.
But also like you want to kill them.
Well, I feel fierce. Let's keep it at
fierce.
That. Yeah, fierce.
So fierce.
Yeah. But it's going on sale during the Black Friday weekend, for which I'm now very busy.
Oh my God.
So,
I am going to be on top of that.
Yes,
PreciousMetalJewelry.com store.
The thing is, though, that this episode airs after Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
But, if the people are lucky it didn't sell out. If I'm lucky, it did sell out. So if you like it, then let's see who's lucky.
We will have to see.
Yes. Okay.
Are you feeling
Shall
lucky?
we move on?
Yeah.
Sisters. Together we have 3. But let us maybe introduce them a little bit so that our listeners have some kind of picture in mind who we will be referring to during this episode.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. It's easier because I only have one sister. A younger sister called Diana. Diana Gabriela, nota bene. She has 2 names. Just like, do you know, I have a second first name. It's a second name. I'm called Marcela Alejandra.
Oh, yeah, this I know. Yeah.
Her name is Diana Gabriela. But we call her Diana. She is my younger sister. And she lives in Mexico City since, I think almost as long as I've been living in the Netherlands. She's been living in Mexico City. And
how far is it from Monterrey?
Quite far. I don't know the
like
the actual
take
kilometers.
An airplane,
you have to fly for 2 hours together.
Okay, yeah.
It's a 2-hour flight, sorta, kinda, I think, approximately. And she is an actress.
Yeah, I know this, of course.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
She is an actress, and she has worked her ass off to make it in the business, in the industry.
Is this a Mexican thing?
Yes. Well, I don't know, but it's definitely a sister, a Bobbio sister thing, I suppose. But yeah, she's worked very, very hard to make her way in the business. And since a few years back, she's doing super well.
Yeah.
And she's been recording.
She's on Netflix, right?
She's on Netflix. You can find her on a series in Netflix. But I think that's like maybe, well, it's out there internationally, so it gets more visibility. But she has done many, many movies, many, many series also in Mexico. She has been the protagonist of a telenovela, like a soap opera in Mexico.
Okay, yeah, okay.
For any people of you that know what a telenovela is, it's like this like uber dramatic soap opera.
Oh, is it like The Bold and the Beautiful thingy?
Yeah, but then Latin,
in Mexican,
which is like, you cheated on her, you cheated with me. You know, like that kind of thing.
Is this
like,
what they watch in France? That they don't get what they're saying.
Yeah.
And then they just watch it because of the drama.
Yeah, like super dramatic.
But also this is a real thing.
It's an absolutely 100% real thing. Yeah, telenovelas are a real thing.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's huge in Mexico because they're aired on prime time in like the national senders. So a lot of people watch them.
Wow.
Well, yes, she's done mostly comedy, but she is also a fantastic dramatic actress. I have seen her a couple of times, and already a really long time ago, like also in theater, in plays. And to me, the fact that I am looking at her perform something and that I forget that it's my sister.
Really?
Yeah. Like this tells me like, oh my God. Oh, she's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to envision my sisters acting and then forgetting that they're my sisters, but I don't think that's gonna work.
No, I think she's really, really, really good and really talented. And
you have to be if you can fool family.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that it's going better and better with her career, and now she is at the point that she has a little bit more say in what kind of thing she gets to do, which I think is so cool.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
So yeah. So also a very hardworking womana, lovely person, super wise.
Do you look like one another?
Some people say that we look exactly like each other, and some people say that I am the vivid image of my father and that she's a vivid image of my mother. But I think we do look like each other.
Yeah, I do think you look like one another.
You know how she looks like.
I don't think you look exactly like your father.
A little bit. It's just the nose. I have... Oh. Sorry, Dad. But
so
I was
she has a different nose.
No, I was fortunate enough to also get my mom's nose. Because my dad has one of those like hook noses, like really big at the end.
Oh, yeah?
So I look like my dad, but I have my mom's nose, which is great.
Oh, yeah. Like this.
A great nose.
Yeah, okay.
Let me see. Well, what do you think? This is...
Well, I've seen her, of course.
Yeah, you've met
like
her.
this, I do think you look alike. Who's taller?
I think we're almost the same.
She's younger here than...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm like a couple of centimeters taller,
Okay.
but not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she has done so many things, you know? So she's great. So how about you?
So I'm the eldest and the tallest. I think my two sisters are. I don't know exactly. They're above 160, but they are at my shoulder length something. So I'm
Really?
I'm quite a bit taller than.
I mean, I've seen you together, but I've never seen you like shoulder to shoulder, you know? So I don't have this idea.
I stick out. Yes. There I am the eldest of 3.
Yeah.
So the middle one is called Crystal. I must say she really hates it if you would make that an English word. So it's not crystal something, and she doesn't like
Crystal.
that. Yeah, you just say crystal.
Yeah.
Like the flat Dutch way of pronouncing it, crystal. So I asked both my sisters, what is your profession? Because I just know that they do totally different things.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
They've studied stuff like health and economics and a little bit of math here and there and difficult stuff.
Difficult stuff.
So the middle one, Crystal, for profession, I wrote down she used to be operations specialist at the Lage Landen, which is a large global vendor finance company. So there you go.
I don't even know what that means.
The finance company.
A vendor finance company.
I don't know.
Oh, well. Carry on.
And I also don't work there, so I don't need to know.
Great.
Now, she just started as an entrepreneur. Her business is called Crypto Inside, and it's basically crypto for dummies.
Right, because you... I was almost calling you a dummy, but I didn't mean to. But you told me.
Yeah, but you did it in a very spontaneous way. Like, right, because
like for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I didn't mean to like that.
I'm so looking forward to this final question of
But you have this robot, right? The little robot.
I have a robot who trades for me.
The crypto robot.
Yeah. Anyway, her business is open and honest about investing in crypto, what to do, what not to do. Which I actually really like because I follow them, of course, because she's my sister. But through her social media posts, I've now learned so much.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm reading them out of interest for social media, just to see how do you write your posts, how do you organize your content.
Right.
But in the meantime, I've learned quite a bit. So if anyone's interested in getting into the crypto market, which has just plummeted, but apparently that's also the moment to step in.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because the only way is up.
Oh yeah. Where do I have to go?
Crypto Inside. They must have a website, but you can find them on social media. They have everything in white and some kind of pinkish, like peach pinkish color.
Cool.
Yay!
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, that's them. Woohoo! So that's my middle sister who does that.
Cool.
Together with her husband, by the way. And then there's my younger sister who is... Oh, no, wait. Scroll back. So, middle sister, she lives 10 minutes away from me. So I would say also here in the south of the Netherlands, in Brabant. And she's married. And by the time this episode airs, her daughter will have become 1 year old.
Wow. I didn't realize that she lives so close by.
Yes,
that's
it's
very
only
cool.
10 minutes away.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, that's really cool.
How often do you see each other?
Once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, especially now because she has a baby and it's so cute. So I don't know who I'm seeing, if it's really her or her daughter. just because she needs to cuddle with her favorite aunt, which is me. Or my other sister, because there's also the youngest sister.
Yes.
Who's called Marlijn, who also doesn't like her name to be translated into English. No, because it's Merlin. And
Merlin?
Yeah, like the wizard. And she, when she was little, people used to tease her with that. So her name is Marlijn.
You're a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry. Different wizardry.
Different, yeah.
And her profession is expansion manager at a national food delivery company.
Expansion manager.
I have no idea what an expansion manager is.
I would
just
assume
know
that is, yeah.
that she's a business manager, not a people manager. That it tells a lot about a person.
Yeah.
So she's not the type that will ask you on Monday, how's your day or your weekend been? Tell me everything about it.
Right.
That's absolutely not her. I know that she used to have a boss that did that and she hated it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That she's my youngest sister, especially. She's all about like business. She wants tasks that she needs to fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's happy. She doesn't want the whole social chitty-chatty. No. She's, yeah.
I kind
That's
of
her.
get
So
that.
she lives in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
And she's currently single. And a real catch, I might add. But
Should we put a picture of Merlijn?
yeah, she's a picture. So for those interested, she's a little bit smaller than I am. Like I just said, she's blonde.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
I think she
I think
has
she's gorgeous.
a very, very pretty face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a rocking body. Hello.
Yeah. And she also works out a lot. So it's not only like, how do you mean that? How do you say that? It's also toned.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Well, she's family. Otherwise, I would marry her. I think. No. But I love both sisters. But indeed, I do think she's a real catch.
Yeah.
But I find that, and I've also experienced that. I'm listening to an audiobook and I'm so it is just as an in between. So getting the creeps from the woman who is reading the audiobook because she emphasizes every syllable and letter. She really talks like that. And it itches me like really a lot. But I do keep listening. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, okay. What I wanted to say is that if you are a strong woman with your own opinion and are not afraid to speak it, then there are a lot of men who just shy away because they want somehow need to feel like the dominant type in the relationship and can't handle a woman who is...
Yeah. Hashtag relatable content.
Yeah. So maybe that's a different episode, but that's just something that I wanted to add.
Yeah, but I think like she is so awesome. She has helped me. I think we talked about this before when I was trying...
In the podcast as well?
We talked about she trying to help me negotiate.
Yeah.
When I was trying to get a new
contract.
job. And she helped me, gave me some pointers on how to... go into a negotiation.
Yeah.
And it was really great. It really helped.
Yay!
Yeah.
So now you
Super
get
cool.
more money.
Yes.
Because of her?
Yes.
Ooh, I also should talk to her then. I'm my own boss. How do I talk to my boss about more money?
Yeah. Because I know Merlijn a little bit better because I've seen her a couple of times.
Yeah.
I
You mean
don't know
then Crystal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know Crystal that well. But she strikes me as a very... like a very confident woman, and I can really appreciate
Yeah, you
that.
know what the thing is? Of course, and people who see us also think we're very confident, and everyone has their moments.
Fair enough.
But she knows what she wants in life. That's for
good.
sure.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then there's my other sister, of course, Anneke. Ha 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 ha. No. Oh, for those wondering. There's always this joke, and I always get asked at the end of an interview. So, one final question, not totally related.
If you're related,
Are you? And then I just say, nope.
Related to Anneke van Giersbergen, who also happens to be a singer, a Dutch singer.
Well, in the same genre. So, and also from the south of the Netherlands. So maybe somewhere far away, we might be related.
That's true. She's also from the south.
Yeah. But
You sure
no.
we ever dig in the family tree? Maybe there's a little branch.
No, actually, because I like things like that.
Yeah, I know.
I have researched our family tree, and I actually sent her an overview and asked, "Do some of these people look familiar to you or to your mother?" And she said, "Well, let me ask my mother," and I never heard back. So still waiting on that. And until that day, we're not related unless we get married.
Hey.
Which is not happening anytime
She's
soon.
she's already married.
So, see,
Taken.
not related at all. So, now that you have been introduced to our sisters, it might just be time to talk about them and our relationships. How were we growing up together? Were we the best of friends or quite the opposite? Are we alike or couldn't we be more different? And what's the relationship status today now that we do not live in our parents' house any longer? Let's take you through this journey with a couple of statements. We'll have 3 for you, 2 provided by us and 1 provided by you, our listeners, given to us via social media. And I see that we have to do a quick search on social media to see what statement is interesting, but we'll do that later on. I've already seen some interesting ones, but I didn't write them down.
It's okay. We edit these.
No, yeah, or we'll leave this in and just be honest that we
Catch it on the fly. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let us just start with our statements. The first one is by me. If she wasn't my sister, she would definitely be a lifelong friend.
Yeah, and I had to think about this, and then of course I make a whole story in my head about the kind of person that I was when I was growing up and the person that she was when she was growing up.
Yeah.
Because and I don't think there would have been like very easily situations in which we could get to know each other the way that we know each other now. You know what I mean?
No. So care to explain? You want more coffee?
Yes. But so I'm a very introvert.
Yes.
Introverted person. And she is, and that is, I think, immediately the thing that we most differ from each other.
Yeah.
She's an extrovert.
Yeah.
And we have generally, like, you know, when I was a teenager, I got into metal, and then I made like a specific group of friends, and I was more of the alternative kids, and she was always one of the popular kids in school.
Ooh, yeah.
So I know her, and I know like all the depth of her personality.
Yeah.
And if I would have been able to get to know her like that, I think we could have definitely been friends.
Yeah.
Maybe in the way that, you know, you and I are very different, but we're also still really great friends. But I wonder if I cannot imagine the opportunity presenting itself for us to get to know each other, you know, because we got to know each other from music.
Yeah. So there's no common ground except your parents.
Well, no, I mean, eventually, like if I look at our personalities, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of things that we have in common, but I don't know if I would have been able to discover those things in the environment that we grew up, and mostly that we grew up in, and mostly because I was very shy.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think we were focused on like way different things when we were growing up.
Yeah.
But I think if the opportunity would present itself for us now, to like meet in some way or the other, and then we would get talking. If I didn't know her, I would absolutely 100%.
Because
have
do
a
you
great
share
click.
the same kind of humor, for example?
Oh yes. Yeah. Absolutely. She, I don't know what it is about her, but she makes me laugh every time.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's insane. Like everything to me, like if because she's a great, she's a great entertainer.
Yeah.
You know, so if we're like at a party, like every time that I go back home to Mexico, to Monterrey to see my parents, and she's also there, I get to invite all my friends. I think I've told you this. And then we have a party at my parents' place. And sometimes she will like start telling a story and it's immediately a performance. Not even in a like a very pretentious way or anything, but she is
but
like
that's the way she is.
Super funny. So everything that she says in such moment, like I'm gonna be like cracking up like crazy. Like she's super funny.
Oh, that's
she's
so
super
cute.
funny. Yeah. No, I think she's fantastic, and we do think very similarly in a lot of different ways. It's just that I do not see how. Like I think if, like I said, if for some reason the opportunity would present itself, then I think definitely. But I wouldn't know.
So for example,
how.
if you would have had the same group of friends,
and
you weren't sisters, and you would get to know her via a
like
friend
through someone else. Absolutely.
Common, then you would definitely connect.
I think so. Yeah. How about you?
Interesting. Well, I'm also looking at this from the perspective of being children and then growing up, and well, my sisters and I, we are very different. I think it also shows in what we
your professions.
And then what we studied, it could not be more different. And also the difference between my two sisters is they have more overlap with one another than I have with them, but then again they are very different. Especially character-wise. I think maybe character-wise, me and my younger sister are more of the same than with the middle one, Crystal. But yes, definitely growing up, I mean, I was the gothic girl.
Up top.
And woo! And the school that my younger sister went to is, well, they won't refer to it themselves, but I mean it's kind of posh. So they were like wearing the Tommy Hilfiger shirts.
Hilfiger. Yeah.
Oh, not the Tommy Middlefinger shirts. That
Tommy Littlefinger
and DKNY sweaters and stuff like this.
Okay.
So you can imagine that's like completely the opposite.
But this is not the school that you went to.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
No. But the people at her school did know that she had a gothic sister, and I remember her saying that she got teased with that.
Really?
Yeah, so the news travels apparently.
Kids are horrible.
So imagine that. So we could not be more different back then. I think maybe now we see eye to eye on multiple things. Might also disagree, but it's in a friendly matter. And then we really lived separate lives. And then my middle sister was somewhere in between. I don't mean clothing wise or style wise, but me and my younger sister, we were like black and white.
Yeah, but I think then it's very similar for both of us, because growing up, like you find your way to deal with things, and I think maybe for us both is similar, that we and our sisters like chose like completely different paths. To
but
do
I also
that.
remember my father saying at certain points that he was very afraid that if we would have all left the house, that we would never talk to one another.
Oh, wow.
Because he raised 3 daughters, which were so different that he could not see us, not being friends, but like being sisters.
Yeah. It's a bit of a sad thought, isn't it?
Well, I can imagine in the moment that he said that, I could really imagine that happening, because there was just no need to talk to the other, because out of just being polite.
Right.
But now things have changed because when Corona came, my sister still had a very small, let's just say she shared an apartment with 3 other girls in Amsterdam, and they were on the lower level, and then above them everyone was at home, and thin walls, thin ceilings in Amsterdam. So she went crazy with an important job.
Madness.
And she moved into my place for 9 weeks.
Yeah.
So we went from two sisters that didn't have anything in common and would, well, then of course we spoke just friendly and casually. We went to being roommates again. And it was really fun. I think our relationship really developed. Fun thing is also that instantly you're thrown back into what it used to be, because we also had some, well, I wouldn't say fights, but there were some moments on which I thought
some rough patches.
this was what it was like in my youth, and I'm
That's so
sure
funny.
she thought the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was actually the catalyst then. Corona.
For now being closer to one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
I think for my sister and I, well, I have to say, like, honest to God, I mean, we talk not, I mean, sporadically. It's not like we talk like every week or anything.
Yeah.
But I think we do. We have become way closer now. Because of therapy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, but that's
Yeah.
totally okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've both grown, and we have been able to also confide in each other, maybe
Yeah.
things that we are dealing with. And that is
Yeah.
super duper nice, because I have the
Yes.
feeling that she really understands. That really gets me, and I have the same with her. So that's very cool.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about sisters, you don't have to explain everything, because
True.
they know where you're from.
Yeah.
They know what you've looked at in your teenage years, because
Oh, yeah.
they've looked at the same boring house, or maybe it's an interesting house, but anyway, they've sort of lived the same life,
Yeah.
or anyways, the start of it. So there's so much that you don't need to explain, even if you've ended up becoming different persons from one another.
Yeah.
You've had the same start
Right.
with the same parents who try their best,
Yeah.
but might give you the same, how shall I put this politely? Itches?
Let's call them opportunities.
Opportunities, yes.
I'm now wondering, do you think that it is the most common for goth people to be the first child
the
in
eldest?
the house, the elder child in the house?
Well,
If you're listening and you've had a gothic, an emo period, I am super curious.
well, the boyfriend I had at the time was the youngest.
Oh,
So there goes your theory. Or at least one. Why would you? Yeah, I'm intrigued. So
because I think for the most of us, well, this is because I've talked to a couple of friends. I don't have any evidence for this, but I have had to talk to a couple of friends that are the eldest as well,
yeah,
and their parents were always a little bit more strict with them,
yeah.
a little bit more strict, a little bit more careful, a little bit more,
Don't forget, I like rules.
Yeah, you do like rules. Okay, never mind.
No, but okay. So basically, you're saying if it's gothic or if it's something else, the eldest child will be the most rebellious.
Yeah.
Huh? Not true in our case.
Yeah, but okay, maybe we need another episode for gothics.
Maybe it's an interesting one.
for teenage rebellious teenage years
Yeah.
and behavior. Let's go back to that. Yeah.
Okay. Shall we continue then with statement number 2?
Yes.
Which is by you. And you said, my sister is my complete opposite. Actually, she's kind of like you.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Well, I had to think about it, like how, like I said, I think my sister and I, in that specific trait of her personality, we are
Yeah.
completely different. Like she is an extrovert and I am an introvert. And I used to think that we were complete opposites from each other, like when we were growing up.
Yeah.
But now I have realized more and more that we are not actually complete opposites of each other. It's mostly that introvert extrovert thing, and for the rest, we actually think very
Alike.
similarly
Yeah,
about a lot of things. So, but I think it's interesting because I think at some point I did feel like that, that we were like complete opposites from each other. But she does have a couple of things that really remind me of you in the sense like she's an extrovert and she likes the
Pretty.
Beautiful, talented, charming.
More feathers, please.
No, but yeah, definitely. And also, I think someone who is, like I said, likes to put on a show.
What? I don't know what you mean. Absolutely no, it's ridiculous.
So she likes to be the center of attention.
Oh no, no.
But I think there's also a whole lot of other things that in which you are very different.
Yeah, okay.
Because she's, I think you're maybe a little bit conservative in the way that you like to organize your life and
maybe
and your thoughts.
Traditional, I would say.
Traditional, yeah. Let's call it traditional. She's not traditional at all. No. I think in that part we are really very similar to each other.
Yeah.
Like we're very forward thinking and very. She is super duper empathic and also someone who likes to. Be very woke in that sense.
Hiya.
Yeah. So not so traditional.
I'm just laughing because this whole woke thing is going into another episode called what's it in English?
Oh, the things that we
the hard conversations topic.
Yeah, the tough conversations topic.
Conversation. That's when we will do the woke thingy.
And
skipping over it. Yes.
Yeah. So I think there's definitely a lot of things that we are very different in, but also a whole lot of things in which we are very similar.
So it's interesting because now I was of course also thinking, what do you have in common with my sisters?
Yeah.
Well, I think apart from the fact that all three of you are introverts, so also in my household, I'm the extrovert and the other two are definitely introverts.
Really? Am I lying too?
Yes, I've also asked her this question and she answered, "Oh, I'm definitely an introvert."
Okay.
Yeah. So she indeed does have the whole "here I am" and she's very confident.
Yeah.
But still, she says, "Oh, but I love being alone."
Right.
But
and that's the main characteristic, right? Like if you're an extrovert, you get energy from being
and
surrounded with
gets
people.
her energy from being by herself and doing her own thing.
Yeah.
And indeed, I get my energy from contact.
Yeah.
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 But apart from that, they are also there are thinkers. They have a profession in which you have to, well, let me just put it very simple, use your head.
Right.
While I am much more on the creative side. I like to use, well, my voice obviously, but also my hands. And of course, I use my head a little bit. I think
only if it's strictly necessary.
Yeah, what do you constantly say this is not a
not just a hat rack.
Oh yeah, that.
Not just a hat rack.
No. So I use it now and then. But they are thinkers,
right?
And I'm a doer. And
but that's funny because my sister is also. Nah, but I wouldn't say that she's not a thinker because I think there is something very profound about.
Hey, but it's not black and white. So
what she does, yeah.
Yeah.
But I am definitely the intellectual, technical. Well, not because she's also very intellectual, but maybe more like the mathematical kind of like that kind of nerdy stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, if I would make a list, if my world collapses, who I would call? Well, no, you are definitely on the list.
For the nerd convention or
I can share the story what happened this week.
Oh yeah, that was great.
My God. So like I've said in many episodes, Marcela is my IT wizard and hero and go-to woman for when things go wrong. And things quite often go wrong.
No.
Well, even today I had a black screen of nothing.
Really?
with my computer. Yeah, the power wasn't in, and it didn't tell me.
You need a new computer.
Oh, yes, Black Friday is coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am. I will go look for a computer this Friday. Yes. Anyways, but I wanted to send you a text message, and I have web WhatsApp, so I do that on my computer.
Yeah.
And I wanted to type something, and then I found out that my right hand was not letters anymore; they were digits. And I was like, what the F is going on? And of course, I was running an update.
Yeah.
Because I was taking photos, but using my computer as the panel monitor.
Yeah. To see the photos.
Yeah, but also like the adjustments and stuff.
Yeah.
And live adjustments. But the program needed an update, and I only did it because it didn't want to function anymore, and it's constantly said you need an update, you need an update. Otherwise, I just click it away.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I thought, okay, let's do this damn update. So I did the update. Thought, let me just send you a message meanwhile, and then I figured out the stupid thing only does digits. So I thought, it's the update who's doing this. So I thought, okay. Update done. Let me just restart the computer and then hopefully everything's fixed.
Yeah.
But here it comes. If I restart my computer, I have to fill in my password.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's not the same if the right hand only does digits. Oh my God. So my world tumbled down. And the only thing I knew left to do was call 0800 Marcela, which is my help desk.
At your service.
And funnily enough, you said, I only have 9 minutes till the next meeting. I don't know if I can fix this. What's up?
Yeah.
And I said, oh, my computer. And then something like this. And they said, oh, I know what's happening. Wait, let me Google how it's called.
Yeah.
And then,
Numlock.
apparently I had Numlock on.
Yeah.
So I shared this story with my sisters, and they laughed their little butts off.
Really?
Yeah, because Numlock apparently is a very common thing if you have professions like they have.
No, listen, it happened to me once, and I was also in full panic because I never.
Okay.
Yeah. No, so I could totally relate. But instead of turning on off my computer, I Googled it.
Yeah, well, update to set turn off and on.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hey, this one time I followed an update, everything went sour.
But yeah. So yeah. No, but I was thinking because my sister, even though I forgot to tell you, even though she's an actress, she studied graphic design.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So, but our listeners don't.
But our listeners don't.
Yeah.
No, and so it's also more the creative side. She doesn't really do all that much with that anymore.
But she did do your cover, right?
Yes. Actually, all of my solo albums. Well, the Unprecedented and Through Your Eyes, she made the cover of them, and they're so pretty.
They're really pretty.
Yeah. She like absolutely 100% gets
what you want.
Yeah, but I don't even tell her what I want. Like I don't know. I am completely blank as to how it should look like.
Yeah.
I just tell her what the music is about, and she manages to do something.
Wow.
That completely fits.
That's a talent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. She's amazing at it. It's actually a shame for the world that she doesn't do anything about with that anymore, with that talent. But
and she can also sing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We've also sang together. In the first Trio of Passion tour back in 2010.
Ooh, is she also joining you for the...
No, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
It's probably going to be very difficult for her because she's always working. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately.
So you can ask my sisters, but they can't sing. Well, I think Marlijn, the youngest one, she could definitely sing. And she has a very nice singing voice, but she also likes to visit the bar. And those two don't go hand in hand too much. No, but she has a very nice singing voice. The middle one, no, she has my father's talent. My father always makes the same joke. It's very funny. If you hear it the first time, not so much 100 times. He always says that Dianne, have his talent of singing because he doesn't have it anymore.
Ah.
Yeah, so he passed it on. And when
like it.
we were living together still in one house, we used to play a game because my father loved sitting behind the computer with his headphones on and music. And then we were watching television and we would put the television on mute and we would play Guess the Song. Because my father is brilliant at shifting keys while singing. And everything you imagine now, like how he does that, shifting keys and singing out of rhythm, that times 100.
Wow. So it's like, oops, I did it again.
No, you're way too much in tune.
I lost it again.
No, I should record this the way he
please,
does
I
it.
know, I'm really curious.
Yeah, he dances in the same way, by the way.
Oh, that's nice.
Anyway, and he also doesn't know the lyrics, and he's not that good in English, so he makes something up. So we used to play Guess the Song.
Lyrics check, tone check, rhythm check.
Yeah. And
That
my
sounds
middle
great.
sister, she really inherited my father's talent of singing because it's brilliant because she doesn't she's not able to stick to any key, but she does have the same enthusiasm as I have.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yes. So she really doesn't care. She just sings along. And every time I'm amazed at what comes out.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. We have this song from Jesus Christ Superstar that we sing because she only has to do one word. It's Hosanna, hey, Zana, 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 Hosanna, Zana. Wait, let me figure out how in key it works. Yeah, that's it. I lost the melody. Anyway, the only thing she has to do is Zana.
Oh.
So it's Hosanna, hey, Zana, oh, hey, oh, Hosanna, yeah. Well, she's a little bit more in key than you
I
just
don't know
were.
the song.
No, but that's brilliant because this is basically how it started.
Right.
And now, 19 years later, she's kind of able to sing along.
Great.
So that's it's all about being enthusiastic and yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to need recordings of all of these things.
Oh yeah, we used to have this holiday tape way back when we were very little, and back then there weren't a lot of tapes available, so we only had one when we went on holiday. But we had side A, B, and well, it was on repeat the whole holiday. And it was Still Loving You was on there.
Oh, nice.
In Hotel California.
Like a mixtape.
Yeah, mixtape.
Oh, that's nice. I miss mixtapes.
Yeah, it was really nice. And we used to sing The Sound of Music together. This was brilliant. Yes. And on all three of us, totally happy little girls in the backseat of the car with no air condition, so windows down. So the whole camping.
Yeah?
Camping? Is it camping?
Yeah?
In English also?
The camping site? Yeah?
Yeah, everyone could hear us when we came back.
But you were
from
also
our
not in tune.
excursions.
But they were also not in tune.
Oh, well, I was kind of in tune. Well, it was a good exercise singing
right.
along with my sister and my father, and then.
So you've been really training your ear for years.
I think so. Yeah,
That's great.
Okay, so what about that fan statement? Have you found one meanwhile?
Well, yes, but how are we going to decide this?
Well, let's see.
This is nice.
Yes, I like that one.
This is nice, but I think we've talked about this already.
Well, let's just clarify that because Reach Phantom said,
how, if at all, does age difference affect the sister relationship?
Yeah, maybe we've talked about that already.
But I don't know if he's talking about the age difference between sisters or the age difference like between then and now.
What?
You know what I mean?
No.
Let's just look for another one.
Okay. Can sisters be friends? Already answered that.
Of course.
I think.
How competitive are you with your sisters? And
I think I'm not reading this. I'm like, get
It's in Spanish.
done. Okay.
How competitive are you with your sisters? And has there been any situation in which that has been exaggerated?
Well, we used to be competitive together. All three of us were together in one volleyball team.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a situation where you can get very competitive.
Oh, yes. And we are competitive, especially then in one team, because we figured out the thing we have in common is that my whole family has very loud voices. So my sisters also.
You don't say.
Oh, right. Yeah, never noticed up to that. Anyway, we figured out that we could really distract the opposite team.
Oh, that's great.
By like really like woo, 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 and then really loud every time we scored, but also every time they did something wrong and lose the point and anyway. But we did get a few warnings because of that. Yeah, also one from our own referee, so from our very own I say like it's not a company
team.
No, sports club. You have to, every match there's a referee from the upside sports club and then from our vereniging. I don't know the English word. Anyway, but she hushed us and we were like, oh.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah. There's no drama in our family team, by the way.
Great. That's nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
So were you competitive amongst the two of you?
I don't think so, but I think that probably my sister has a different idea.
She would say yes.
Yes, but it's listen, maybe I don't want to get into it, but it's like a whole psychological journey maybe that we were taking through when we were growing up, in which she for some reason had the idea that she had to compete with me, and I really didn't feel that way.
Oh, it's interesting though, because my sisters have the same thing.
Really?
Yes.
Do you think this
so
is
maybe
like
it's an eldest child thing?
Yeah.
That and they did different things, different hobbies, and I was in music, so it was for my parents. It was way easier. Of course, you can visit a volleyball match.
Yeah,
but what were their hobbies? Let me just say horse riding. It's you don't go watch a horse riding match.
Or watch someone like make macrame or whatever.
Yeah, stuff like that. And of course I was in bands and they came to every concert.
Right.
So I had a visible hobby.
Yeah.
It was very easy to support.
Right.
And they did feel that there was a difference there.
In attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the same for us. Yeah. Yeah. I think
and also
so.
because of the music and being on stage and
I'm not sure, but maybe that like made it a little bit more evident at some point.
Yeah.
Although at some point my sister also started doing a lot of like theater and plays and stuff like that, and we did go see them, I think.
Yeah.
But I think it's just something that for some reason an idea that she got in her head, not willingly, not on her own. I'm not going to go into it. But I think for a while it also made it difficult for us to connect.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I think, now that we're a little bit older, a little bit wiser, that we can, like be a little bit closer to each other.
It's a beautiful thing, right?
It's
reconnecting
very
among
nice.
sisters.
Yeah. It's
I have
super
the same
nice.
thing. Yeah.
So thank you, Horacio Arop, for your statement.
Contribution, yes. Thank you. Okay.
Well, maybe you should try this every time to see what pops up.
Maybe.
I like it.
Interesting. Okay, you know what might just be the best way to really make a statement about our sisters?
Yeah.
Honoring them with a song.
Yes.
A song with a lyric dedicated to them, even, maybe.
Oh.
Mine does. I don't think there's any need to explain it any further. It's time for our podcast playlist.
Woo!
Yes. In last episode, we talked about pets. I chose a song by Queen called You're My Best Friend.
Great
and
song.
you chose one of your own songs called Magic Powers.
Yeah, it's a little bit cheating, I know.
And you know what? I always like to win, but this time I absolutely feel no rivalry. The song that should have won. And that's your song, Marcela, with Magic Powers. Yay! You managed to beat Queen's You're My Best Friend with 69% of the votes.
That's quite a feat. I'm very proud of myself.
Congratulations.
I think Monkey deserves the credit for this. Monkey, my cat.
Well, you put it into words.
But he's the one who's cute.
No, you're cute as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. For those wondering how does this voting system work, it's easy. The Sunday after this episode airs, we will upload a poll to our Instagram story, and you simply have to click on the song you like best.
Yes.
Well, couldn't be more simple.
Couldn't be more simple.
Shall we give our listeners 2 new songs?
Yes.
On the topic of today, which is sisters. You want to go first? Shall I go first?
Yeah, let me go first because I went through a whole journey trying to pick a song.
Oh.
Because basically I didn't think of a song that was a song about sisters or about how I feel about my sisters, but I had to think of songs that I remember that we kind of like shared when we were growing up, you know?
Of course, yeah.
There is we watched Aladdin like a Googleplex times. So the first thing that I thought about was Prince Ali, marvelous Ali Baba.
Aladdin, ieder slim, geen fantasie. I only know it in
Yeah,
Dutch.
because I remember we watched the movie 1,000 times, and then we went to Disney in Orlando, and they were having a parade. Well,
Yeah.
so I remember us singing that song like a lot of times. I also thought of Sympathy for the Devil, which was the theme song of Interview with the Vampire that we also watched together a gazillion times, and we actually almost knew all of the dialogue by heart from the movie because we watch it so
That's
often.
a very long movie.
Yeah. I remember we watched it so often that we knew almost all of the
Oh, impressive.
yes, all of the dialogue. But then, and this is maybe cheating again, but like we mentioned already, my sister and I
Another song of your own?
well, it's not my own song, but we did sing it together. Also, when we were on tour, and we recorded it as part of a single from Stream of Passion. And it's a song by Arian called Computer Eyes. And when we were about to go on tour and release the single, Arian told me like, oh, well, you know, you're singing, Arian Lucasen, by the way, who is the man behind Arian. And who was then part of Stream of Passion. He told me like, oh, it would be nice if your sister also sang in the recording that we're going to put on the single.
Yeah.
So I did think of one of my songs from my album Through Your Eyes, in which she also sings. There's a song called Here to Stay, and she sings in that song as well. And I love it, and I almost cried when she sent me her recording, because I was already living here in Mexico, of course. But because I didn't want to put my own song in there
Again.
I went with the Stream of Passion version of Computer Eyes, in which she also sings. And
That's really cool.
And it really takes me back to being on tour together. That was very, very nice.
Oh, so I'm also going to do a song now in which my sisters sing. No, that would be so funny. For me, there was one song that instantly came to mind, and there was no question about it that this one had to be the song, because I think we went through quite a journey in which I just shared. My father thought they will never speak to one another again when they've grown up. That's how different they are. And I think now I've really come to value how dear they are to me. Both of them. They are very different. And although one of them lives not far away, but anyway, not as near as the other one. They both always feel very close now if I talk to one another. And while I must have hated them, or must have, I can vividly remember that I did so when I was younger and we couldn't get along because we just were too different. Now that's quite the opposite. And there's only one song, and it's You Are My Sister from Anthony and the Johnsons.
Oh.
Yes!
Oh.
And this is I've sent the song also to them, and the chorus goes like, "You are my sister and I love you. May all of your dreams come true." And it sounds a bit cheesy if you say it like this, but listen to the song and it will. If you have a sister, this will not break your heart, but it will pull a heartstring.
It's so beautiful.
Yes, and it's exactly what it should be, because this is what sisterly love feels like.
Yeah.
It's like, you are my sister and I wish you the best in the world.
Yeah.
And I do hope that you succeed in life, because that's what I want for you. I want you to be happy. And if you are happy, then I am happy as well, because I need you to feel blissful and lucky and yeah.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah.
I also thought of the song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, so for the first time,
Yeah.
we might just have had the
we
same
might
song.
just have had the same song.
And
but
then you went
it's-
for Prince Ali and oh no.
And then I went for computerized. No,
Yeah.
but it's so beautiful. And his voice is just, it's so delicate and so fragile on it. It's really
pure.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you don't know it, please check it out, because it's really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm going to vote for you.
Yay! Me too. Again.
I think you always vote for you, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I have no shame. I always vote by myself, but I think you do too.
No,
No?
I've sometimes voted for your song.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're way kinder than I am. Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Did we manage to not insult our sweet sisters by maybe saying something like, "Mom and Dad should have just stopped trying after me. You can't match perfection." Or do you think we've gotten through this recording without any emotional scratches?
Oh my God.
Let's find
I
out.
think we were doing really well, but that little statement over there might have just ruined the whole thing.
Hi, I already just said you are way nicer than I am. Ah. And anyway, you know what? If our sisters don't call us and they don't react in any way, then we know that they aren't listening to our episode. And well, what does that say?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
Then we will know.
okay. Back to our listeners. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast, dear people.
Thank you.
We'll be back shortly, but in the meantime, feel free to connect with us through Facebook, Instagram, and more exclusively on Patreon, through which you can also support this podcast and get a little extras and the occasional bonus content. That's what I just said. And early access, of course.
Yeah, early access.
Yeah, that's most important. You can listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and on our Anchor page. Watch our podcast on YouTube, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up or a 5 stars rating.
I can do that. Never mind. I'll do the tongue pops.
Lovely intermezzo here. Okay. So don't forget to rate what we just did.
Base your rating solely on the last 10 seconds of this podcast episode.
Yes, please.
Oh my God.
So then, my dear sister from another mister and wait, what does it say? Sister from another mister and daughter from another mortar? I don't know. Anyway, Marcela, are we better friends yet?
I definitely think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Because I learned a lot of things about you and your sisters that I didn't know, and I think it's really nice.
That's so cute. Such an honest answer. Oh, really? No, well, because... Thank you. I do think so too. Woohoo! See you next time. Bye-bye. Cool. Mais oui.
Mais oui.
Stop brood.